The monk's lesson: realizing true potential. In a small village nestled at the foot of a towering mountain, there lived a man named Ravi. Though hardworking and kind, Ravi constantly felt underconfident. He believed he wasn't good enough, comparing himself to others and assuming that life had given him less talent and potential. One day, while returning from the market, Ravi heard about a wise monk who had recently arrived in the mountains. This monk, it was said, had the ability to help people discover their true purpose and potential. Intrigued but skeptical, Ravi decided to seek the monk's guidance. The next morning, he began the climb up the mountain. It was steep and challenging, but the thought of finding answers spurred him on. After hours of climbing, he reached the monastery where the monk, Master Ananda, greeted him warmly. "What brings you here, my child?" the monk asked. "Master," Ravi began hesitantly, "I feel inadequate in everything I do. I see others achieving great things, but I always doubt myself. I want to know if I'm capable of anything worthwhile." Master Ananda smiled knowingly. "Come with me," he said, leading Ravi to a quiet garden behind the monastery. In the center of the garden stood a large, rough stone. "Do you see this stone?" the monk asked. "Yes," Ravi replied, puzzled. "This stone is much like you," said the monk. "It appears ordinary, rough, and unremarkable. But let us see what lies within." The monk handed Ravi a hammer and chisel. "Chip away at this stone," he instructed. Ravi was hesitant. "What if I ruin it?" "Trust the process," the monk encouraged. Ravi began striking the stone, cautiously at first. As he worked, bits of the rough exterior began to fall away, revealing a gleaming, golden surface beneath. Stunned, Ravi turned to the monk. "There's gold inside." "Yes," the monk said, his eyes twinkling. "And so it is with you. The rough exterior represents your self-doubt, fears, and comparisons. But within you lies immense potential, waiting to shine. The only way to reveal it is to chip away at those doubts and take action, even when you feel uncertain." "But Master," Ravi asked, "what if I fail while trying to uncover this potential?" The monk smiled. "Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of it. Each strike you made at the stone was necessary to reveal the gold. Similarly, every effort, mistake, or setback in your life brings you closer to discovering your strengths." Ravi pondered this for a moment, then asked, "How do I know what I'm capable of?" "By doing," the monk said simply. "Confidence is not something you wait for. It grows through action. Start with small steps, and you'll find that your abilities expand with each effort." The mountain looks daunting from below, but every step upward makes the summit closer. Inspired by the monk's words, Ravi returned to his village. He began taking small steps to overcome his self-doubt. He volunteered for tasks he once avoided, sought opportunities to learn, and focused on his progress instead of comparing himself to others. Months later, Ravi's life transformed. He discovered a talent for teaching, helping children in the village learn to read and write. The villagers admired his dedication, and Ravi realized that the gold within him had been there all along. He just needed to uncover it. One day, Ravi climbed the mountain again to thank Master Ananda. "You were right, Master. The gold was within me, hidden under my doubts." The monk smiled and said, "Always remember, my dear child, every person is like that stone. No one is born ordinary. They only believe they are. The moment you start chipping away at your fears, your true self shines." From that day on, Ravi lived with confidence, spreading the monk's lesson to others. He became a beacon of hope in his village, reminding everyone that their potential was limitless. They only had to believe in it and act upon it. And so, the man who once doubted himself became an inspiration to many, proving that the journey to self-discovery begins with the first step toward chipping away at doubt.